Hotel brothers and sisters, Black Power as always, giving honor to the Creator, giving honor to the ancestors. Chief of Staff, Brother Harris Abdul, my sister, my sister-in-law, my in-laws, my father, my sister, my donors, my subscribers, family members, and all the brothers and sisters that are fighting for our liberation and salvation within our black nation. The picture you see right here, this devil, this is Miss Frances Scott Key, who wrote the Star Spangled Banner in 1812, during the War of 1812 at Fort McHenry in Baltimore, Maryland. You know, that all salute, put your hands over your hearts, and some of you niggas be crying and all of this bullshit. But who are you really crying for? Are you crying because of the song, the bombs bursting in the air? Or are you crying because your great-great-great-grandmother was getting raped in Fort McHenry by this goddamn devil and his fucking clan that he had hanging inside Fort McHenry, this motherfucking demon who had over 50 slaves, as well as missing some of the verses that these crackers don't even mention in the Star Spangled Banner. A whole verse that they left out because they knew it had nothing to do with us. And which is no refuge could save the hireling and slave from the terror of the flight and the gloom of the grave. Meaning that nothing could stop these crackers from killing our ancestors. And so when you all are jumping up and down on the 4th of July, 4th of July, which is supposed to have been Independence Day, we were nowhere, our ancestors were nowhere near fucking independent. They were just reaching the 200-year mark of fucking physical and chattel slavery. But yet, you celebrate the 4th of July more than the crackers, the slaves. And even then, our ancestors back then did not celebrate that bullshit. They knew better. As a matter of fact, during that day, this so-called Independence Day, where this Declaration of Independence and all of this shit was signed by these goddamn devils, Thomas Jefferson, all these, Ben Franklin, all of them who had slaves and were starch rapists of our ancestors, signed this declaration of dependence to declare war on black people. And so, you know, when you niggas are sitting around next week, you know, jumping up and down and going through all your nigga rituals, you know, think about that demon. You know, while the fireworks display, because you niggas buy all the motherfucking firecrackers that you can buy. Ash cans, M80s, shooting motherfucking pistols. You know, acting like goddamn fools. While our ancestors will be turning over in their graves, crying. I pray that it's a motherfucking hurricane and a tornado next week to wash this bullshit that this goddamn you know, you niggas that be sitting around, you know, out there getting drunk, you know, fighting your relatives, talking big shit who works, who got the best job, who pulling up with the biggest ride, who got the biggest goddamn chain on, who got the freshest motherfucking outfit on. You know, where you know the slaves are sitting around showboating, you know, among each other, not realizing that your ass is still in slavery. And so, you know, and I know most of you, and a lot of you so-called conscious brothers and sisters will be doing the same thing. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't fuck with no holidays, but I am not against certain times of the year where families get together, because right now, as brain dead as we are, that's the only time that families do get together. Unless it's a death or a wedding. Other than a death or a wedding, unfortunately, we gather together for these cracker holidays. But be mindful of it, because there's no way, even in my earlier years being conscious, I would make everybody feel goddamn uncomfortable when I would talk about Francis Scott Key and, you know, and all that, you know, and niggas family member. Oh, no, come on, man. Let's not talk about that now. That ain't got nothing to do with them. Eat these goddamn pork ribs and shit. I'm gonna drink my motherfucking liquor. You know, drink my corn liquor, eat my motherfucking pork ribs, and play some goddamn horseshoes. You know, some old nigga goddamn mentality. You know, instead of, if you do attend any gatherings, taking half an hour, 20 minutes, light some incense somewhere, you know, and honor your ancestors. Honor your ancestors. That's the least you can do. Besides, forget about them and just think about yourself, and you know, and go get you a plate full of heart attack animal meat and all this bullshit. You know, and indulge and get drunk and get high, smoking trees, and you know, this cause the shit you smoking it's not pure motherfucking weed. This chemically treated goddamn weed that's designed and mixed with fentanyl and a whole bunch of other shit and pesticides to get you totally addicted and keep you out of your motherfucking mind. The same way with this malt liquor and alcohol. You know, they don't even, it's not even the same no more. You know, all this shit is highly addictive, and it has a comatose effect on the melanated brain. And so, you know, give that some thought. Give that some thought. Take some time out. You know, make a stand. Nobody in your family besides you may be the only one that has some level of black consciousness. But don't get discouraged, because the sleep and the blind and the comatose will look at you. Some will even laugh. That's how sick they are. That's how mentally infected and sick that they are. Because they don't want to hear nothing that has to do with black. Not knowing that this devil, you know, you have your little children, you know, walking around, you know, all patriotic, knowing it's a possibility that they may not even fucking grow up, because they may be murdered by a motherfucking cracker through police terrorism. But yet, you teach them to be, you know, so patriotic and so much love, you know, while just like this little child here, this boy here, holding up the flag, the red, white, and blue. The red means the blood from our ancestors in the hands of the white. And today we get nothing but the blues from this goddamn cracker. But you don't teach your son that. You don't teach your baby that. You teach your baby how to shoot his neighbor sideways with his 9. And while at the same time, it's going to be a ritual taking place that y'all are not even aware of with this motherfucker here.
With YouTube music,
he already said that he's going to have one of the most largest fireworks display in presidential history. But for the sick nigga, small-minded nigga, they think that he's talking about a fireworks display. He's talking about one of the biggest right-wing Nazi, Aryan, skinhead, motherfucking white, racist motherfucking gatherings in White House history that is going to be on the monumental grounds. And then you're going to have niggas sprinkled here and there. Those niggas that want to be white. And I hope that those crackers stampede every motherfucking nigga down there. Because you have no business down there at a Donald Trump sponsored motherfucking rally. You're asking to be murdered. You're asking to be fucked over. And that's just what's going to happen. It's going to be a motherfucking devils from all over are going to come to Washington, D.C. and storm the monumental grounds. But see, this is the whole key that a lot of y'all don't even get. When they come on the monumental grounds and stand and look at the monument, they are honoring because they know it. You don't know it. They are honoring and praising the black man's penis. Because what do you think the monument is? That's symbolic of the phallus. That's symbolic of the black man's penis. Study ancient Kemet and the story of Asar, Aset, and Heru, and you will clearly understand what I'm talking about. And this demon here, this motherfucking demon, is a slick, demonic motherfucking cracker. And he's going to have a gathering of crackers that you've never seen before. If weather permitted. If the ancestors don't strike half of them motherfuckers down with lightning. Like Garvey, the great, most honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey said that he was going to come back. He will come back in a hurricane, in a storm, and bring terror to the crackers. And so, think about that. Think about this motherfucker. This shit is not a game. Y'all keep playing these games. You keep on voting for devil after devil after devil, seeing which devil is the nicest devil. A devil is a devil. Please get it. Please understand. Stop being so motherfucking dumb, comatose, and clear your minds up, brothers and sisters. Clean your minds up. Clear your hearts up for your brothers and sisters. Stop being so motherfucking, have so much scorn and jealousy and envy and hatred towards your brothers and sisters. But grin and skin and jump up and down in these devils' faces. And see, a lot of you motherfuckers will do that, but you won't. You'll talk about the cracker behind his back, but you won't say nothing to his face. But you'll say something to a nigga's face, another nigga's face in a heartbeat. You know, and it's another subject that I'm going to touch on briefly. And I hope you got something out of this. And I'm getting ready to touch on this other subject that a lot of y'all may not like. It's going to make a few of you uncomfortable. But I don't give a fuck. We got to lay the cards down where they got to be laid at. Let's talk about how you older men have this fetish to sleep with these young girls. And the same way with you sisters. You know, it's nothing cute about being called a fucking cougar, a cradle rocker, fucking with somebody half your age, fucking with somebody and sleeping and sucking and fucking on somebody your child's age. Some of you are sleeping with people your grandchildren's age. It's nothing cool about that shit. What is wrong with dealing with somebody your age, your maturity level? Even in the Nation of Islam, it was stated that Elijah Muhammad said that a man can choose a woman half his age plus 7. So, if a man is 30, this woman can be 22. But if you 55 years old, 60 years old, you have no business with someone sleeping and laying with someone in their 20s. First of all, they don't have the experiences. What kind of conversations can you hold with somebody that wasn't even born when you was an adult? You're coming from 2 different worlds, 2 different generations. And all for what? Your need to feel and get on top of somebody that's nearly soft like a baby. But you don't want the responsibility of someone near your age, someone that you're supposed to be with. It's the same way with you sisters, 40, 50, 60 years old, sleeping with brothers 25 and 30 years old, same age of children. What are you getting out of that? Because what's going to happen, you're going to get played. Because a couple of minutes of pleasure is going to bring you years of pain. Because what will happen is that they're going to outlive you for one thing. Most of the time, they'll outlive you. They're going to use you. You're going to show them off. Most of the time, they'll be hot. They don't even worry about it because most of these brothers know that your ass will be gone in the future years. And what they'll do is spend your life insurance money, your life insurance policies, and have a ball and be with somebody that they really want to be with. Matter of fact, be with somebody they're currently with. While that sister allows this brother to go ahead and milk your motherfucking ass. Same way with you old, dirty motherfucking men. How do you look? You laying on top of one of these young girls. You got a gray bush of hair on your ass. All white pubic hair coming out your nose. You got to take a Viagra just to stay up. You lame, weak. And don't know if you coming or going. Robbing the cradle. Really is on the borderline of statutory rape with permission. You had your when you were 20, you had your opportunity. You had your fun. Let the people their age enjoy each other. Get your old ass out of the way. Take your old ass home. Because first of all, you can get hurt. One of them young girls can set your old ass up with her real boyfriend and put a terrible ass whooping on you or pistol whip your ass into oblivion and take your fucking money or possibly take your life if they think that you're going to call the authorities. So stop playing this thinking you a old player. No, you too old to play. Believe that. And the same way with you older women, fucking with these young brothers. And then when one of these young guys, smoke some weed or they take a Viagra and have sex with you, and fuck you till you go into the hospital. Rupture your motherfucking ass. So, play in your own backyard. Play in the sandbox with people your age. That's my suggestion. Now, if it's a few years younger, it's okay. 5, 10 years younger. But when you start going in 20, 25, 30 years younger, that's a whole nother generation. That's a whole nother generation. And so, a lot of times that shit ain't worth it. And then a lot of them don't look at you for nothing but a sugar daddy. Fair exchange is no robbery. But what do you call a fair robbery? Because that's what's happening. That is what's happening. You don't want that to happen. You don't want to be a victim of one of these young queens, not queens, one of these young hoes, one of these young hood rats that's looking for a sugar daddy. And that says a lot about these young hood rats. If it don't apply to you, just don't worry about it, let it fly. But if it apply to you, most of the time you'll come back with a negative comment defending your hood rat mentality. Because that's what a hood rat does. They are out to get cheese. A hood rat is out to get cheese by any means necessary. They have no morals. They're loud. They're rambunctious. They'll sleep with men. They'll sleep with women. They'll do anything. They're on Facebook, putting all their business out on Facebook. They have no friends. All they have is associates and people of the same like mind. A whole bunch of cutthroat hood rats. And so, you older brothers, you don't need to get involved in that. You don't need to get caught up like that. Have one of these young boys put a whooping on your ass and, knock your fucking pamper off and your goddamn dentures out your mouth, and take your motherfucking medication from you. You be fucked all up. Over what? Because you want to get naked, smelling like goddamn Ben Gay, and crawling on one of these young motherfucking girls. Stop that shit. Play with people your age. Enjoy your life. Don't subject yourself to a whole bunch of bullshit. And when you run into one of these hood rats that's looking for a sugar daddy, 9 times out of 10, she has some serious issues in terms of either incest, sexual abuse, or or been violated in some way in that area. Trust me, I know, as being a counselor, I know this. And so, a lot of times they have low self-esteem because the people her age don't want to deal with her. And so she feels more comfortable with somebody of a father figure. And there's two reasons for that. Either because she didn't have a father or had some issues with her father. And so they're seeking that. And so it's best that you be a father and not a violator. Help the sister out. Because you've been around twice as long, so you can show her how to have some class, some morality. How to think of herself better than what she's selling herself short for. Now, the same way with you sisters, you older women, take your asses home, because the same thing applies to you. You know, the same thing. You know, and these young guys don't really have no love for you. None at all. None at all. Don't try to make something, because you're more secure. Your security level, you probably got a good job. You probably got a little money saved up. And you're willing to buy him his little toys in exchange for some sex. Because there's nothing else there. Once again, it's a different generation. That's a totally different generation. You were on your second marriage before he was born. And so, the only thing you can do is be a mother to him. A mother figure that sleeps with him. So, it's just something to think about, brothers and sisters. Something to think about. Because it's time that, you know, once again, we are in the Aquarian age. There are no more secrets no more. Everybody and everything is being exposed. Whether you think people don't know or not, or whether they respond or say anything or not. Because everything is exposed. So it's best for our people to come clean about yourself, about your negative habits, negative behaviors, negative thought processes. So you can get some insight and some direction, so you can move up and your vibration can be higher. You can be on a higher frequency and you'll feel better about yourself. Your motivation, your self-esteem will be, you know, the sky will be the limit. Just some food for thought, brothers and sisters. Leave your comments, and as always, you know, send your donations, because we're always trying to feed, clothe, and house our people. I can't put enough emphasis on that. But until we meet again, brothers and sisters, Hotep, Black Power.